What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm trying to get my headphones to work for some reason. There they go. I don't know what happened with it, man. Some weird audio error. What's up, guys? Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Let's see. We should have Mitch here as well. Let me make sure my sound is working here. All right, we got an echo here. All right, my first day back in my live account. First day. It's been 2 weeks since I've traded my actual live account. Oh man, yeah, and shout out to everybody who left donations on Friday, man. That was cool. I just now forgot about it. Sounded good. All right, so right now what we're looking at, we have PRVB here. PRVB making huge moves here. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, we got PRVB here. I'm gonna have to look up some news, but man, crazy move. Look at this gap up here from 430s all the way to 1136 for PRVB. And so we'll see where this one goes. Huge move here, big run. What's up, Coco? What's up, Bill? So it sounds like PRVB, this stock right here, was based off of positive results. Sounds like it was positive results for this one. And it says, quote, the company announced Sunday that positive results from a National Institutes of Health sponsorship, quote, at-risk study were published online in the New England Journal of Medicine and presented at the scientific sessions of the 79th Annual American Diabetes Association meeting. So positive results were published for PRVB. Is what this sounds like. We'll see where it goes today. It's definitely a low floater and huge move here. It's up over 100% from yesterday or from Monday, and so we are having some crazy moves here. We also have TLRY. TLRY. You can see this bottom chart here is also gapping up really nicely from 38.80 to 43.60s for TLRY. This is a cannabis stock. I remember this one. Yeah, so I'll definitely watch it. It's kind of in my sectors that I keep an eye on. So for TLRY. They agreed to merger and a 2-year lockup with a privateer holding. It signed a non-binding letter of intent for a merger with its largest stockholder, Privateer Holdings. This transaction is going to extend a lockup and provide the release of 75 million TLRY shares held by Privateer to Privateer's equity holders. Represents 77% of TLRY's total outstanding shares. So interesting here. We'll see what we get with that one as well. We got some other movers here. DOMO. AMD looks pretty good. We got the overall SPY is up some. SPY is up some to 289. So SPY's looking really strong here, honestly. And if you look at this, I mean, the lifetime highs on the SPY itself are at like 96, I believe. Oh, 95. And so the lifetime highs for the SPY are only at 294.95. So we are roughly $5 away from those lifetime highs on the SPY. $6 roughly, actually. But that's an interesting level to watch. We also have BYND here. BYND moving up from 138.65 to 152.25, so a pretty significant move up there as well. CGC looks good. CGC, we got CRON here. CRON, we have SQZM, Roku. Let's see what else we get here. APTX gapping up. FGP gapping up. The rest is just kind of slow movement. Kraft Heinz KHC is gapping up some as well. We have ENPH moving some here as well. So we got some action here, but let's look at the gap downs. Gap downs, ONCE, WBK gapping down, GNCA, TNDM. So yeah, I mean, we got some options here. Mostly I'm watching like AMD, Domo. It's mostly what I'm sticking to. I'm not seeing too much other kind of crazy movers. TLRY, cannabis sector as well. That's what I'm kind of watching here. Those look the best, I think. All right, guys. So yeah, I am out of the competition. It's back to my live account today. We'll see if we can keep the green streak in my live account going. Like I said, I'm on like 12 days all green, all streamed live, and if I didn't stream it, I uploaded it. So, you know, on a pretty decent green streak. Like I said, about 12 days is what my green streak is at right now on my live account. We'll see if we can keep it going, but honestly, just going to try to take it slow. I don't want to translate some of those bad habits from. I don't want to transfer over some of those bad habits from the competition over to my live account. And I do think I had some bad habits there. I think I was definitely over trading, and I think I was also using a little bit too large of sizing on my competition account. So when I trade my live account today, I just want to I want to take it slow. I don't want to, you know, transfer over those bad habits to my live account. Just take it slow. Don't want to trade a bunch here. Don't really want to trade more than 2 or 3 times. Oh yeah, guys! I also created a section in our website for our new courses, or for our classes. So go check this out. This is the webpage dedicated to what we have so far for our free trading course. So our free trading course has I think it has 11 classes in it, and so I did make a webpage on our website. So here's the link if anybody wants to check it out. Like I said, it's got about 12 free classes in there, and we'll just be adding to it as we upload them. So yeah, we'll see what we get. I'm definitely watching TLRY here. DATA. We can look up the news on DATA. It's a little bit higher cap stock that I'm typically used to and that I typically trade, but we can still look at it on DATA data. All right, Salesforce is going to acquire data analytics firm Tableau, which is DATA, for $15.7 billion. And so it's an acquisition, which I should have expected. I mean, it has a pretty narrow range right here. You can see how small the range is, which is usually indicative of acquisition, buyout deals, and stuff like that. Yeah, let me know what everybody else is watching. We should have Mitch here today as well. Alright, so yeah, definitely going to be watching more so TLRY, I think, today. Probably the other cannabis stocks as well. But TLRY, decent movement. Kind of in my price range, and it's tradable. So I'll probably be watching TLRY pretty closely here. AMD looks pretty good as well. AMD's pretty looks pretty volatile today. AMD's gapping up like $1.50 right now, so big move for AMD. We also have the other cannabis stocks that are gapping up like CGC, Cron. We have Roku, SQ. BYND looking really strong here as well. BYND looking pretty strong here. Nice little move there. Gapping up from 130.65 to 150.64. So it's gapping up almost exactly. What is this? $15. So almost exactly a $15 gap up. It's like $15.01. You know, down to the cent. So we'll see what happens with that. We also have Zoom, ZM here. Yeah, Microsoft looking really strong. Apple, pretty strong. I mean, most of these are pulling the stocks that are pulling the market up, but the market looks okay right now. GameStop gapping up some. GameStop gapping up some. What's the news on BYND? I could look that up. Hold on, let me find it. Something came out with BYND on Friday. I think it was positive first quarter results for BYND. I think. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. It's just positive first quarter results. A lot of people talking about CTRV. All right. But yeah, honestly, like I said, I'm going to be watching TLRY and the rest of the cannabis stocks just because the cannabis sector is pretty active today. So we'll see what we get. Let me know if you guys see anything else moving that I missed. But yeah, we're getting some activity for sure in the cannabis sector. OBE with a reverse split, it seems. OBE, NBY. Yeah, NBY for a penny stock. If you're into these penny stocks, NBY is very active today. Look at NBY here. We can look up the news for NBY as well. Sorry. So we could look up NBY. So NBY said pre-market today that it's offering its Avenova Direct eye care product without a prescription via its new direct-to-consumer online channel on Amazon.com. So patients in the U.S. can purchase the Avenova eyelid and eyelash spray in its original prescription formulation in a 20 milliliter size for $30, basically $29.99. The product, quote, removes bacteria and debris on and around the eyelid margin that contribute to bacterial eye infections. So NBY now selling its product on Amazon without a prescription is apparently what's going on with this. We'll see what happens to it. Interesting, but we'll see what happens to it for sure. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. Yo, what's up, man? Hey, brother. What's up, man? Right on time, huh? What's up, brother? We got Mitch here, guys. Here, Mitch, hold it down. You're right on time, bro. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
We got Mitch here, guys.
there you go. Should not be an echo now.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, hey, I gotta run to the restroom, so hold it down. You're right on time, man.
All right. What's going on, everybody? How we doing, traders? Good morning. Good morning. Host Shirley at the top, like always. We got Jeff, Kane, Scott, Coco, Bill Harris in the house. Netron talking about NBY. Tubito. NBY. Prepping for the action. All right, guys. I'm going to read from some of my watch lists. Some of this has to do with sectors that I'm watching. Two sectors that I'm watching on the downside right now are going to be kind of retail, like GME, ANF, AEO, GES, which is Gap. Also going to be taking a look at Urban Outfitters, URBN. Another sector I'm going to be taking a look at is the semiconductors. I think they're going to be bouncing pretty hard. I see the SPY overall bouncing. Reason why is we all heard about Trump's pulling back from the tariffs on Mexico. There's still a great amount of uncertainty with the trade wars with China. Of course, this is what's really the concern, I think, in the back of the minds of investors right now is what's going to happen with China and where are we headed as China's imports actually increased as we saw China kind of bring in components from semiconductors, maybe a bigger order, trying to pre-order up before the tariffs hit. Same way that goes for Chinese company with exports. Exports are actually increased instead of decreasing. Reason why is they're trying to get out product before tariffs actually hit. This is going to be a major concern in the market over the next coming months. But for right now, in the short term, the market is really happy that there is no trade war with Mexico. Trump pulled back the cape and we're seeing that rebound here. Okay, a couple other ones that I keep an eye on right now are IOVA, SOLY, AMRN, EMPH. That's one that's been very strong over time. EMPH, if you look at it on a daily, you just see it continuously to hold its level, now reaching up there, gapping up there, almost to 17. I'm going to really keep it a close eye on this, see if it's going to retrace to the support level or pull back to at least 16. We got a resistance that should turn into a prior support at 1669 on EMPH. This is one that I'm going to definitely keep an eye on to see if it can come back down below that. Want to see it make a move down to support. Maybe get a quick washout. This could be a play that actually holds long, but we take a quick short on it as it pulls back from that extension, that morning extension. We'll keep an eye on it. I see 2,800 shares going at 1698 there. So ENPH definitely in play today and going to be one that I'll be watching. This stock came from the beginning of the year at $5 and now $17 ENPH. All right, let's check out some others. What's up with Levi? Levi is an interesting company because it had a lot to do with kind of denim being in Mexico. I think we should see a nice bounce back. Yep, that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Anything you guys want me to take a look at? Any stock in particular? I see you, Tiny. I see you playing those cars. I heard Chrysler getting some good news, potential partnership with a company that was with Nissan. You know, just putting that news out there for you, Tiny. You can take a look at Chrysler.
What is it, FCAU?
I'm not sure exactly.
That's Fiat Chrysler.
Yeah, Chrysler, the car. There you go. You see it's up, gapping up. It's a decent gap for a car company. They had some good positive news, potential partnership. I was watching Bloomberg late at night when I got home from work. It was up to like 1:30 on my time, so it's like 3:30 Eastern.
That's no bueno, man.
Yeah, no, definitely up late. But hey, got some good information. Some things that I'm going to be watching in the market. Be probably implementing some long-term plays, putting together kind of a portfolio in certain sectors. be taking a look at certain sectors to kind of attack as I kind of start. I want to start doing some kind of long term plays in the overall market itself. And that way, you guys can keep along. I'm going to start doing like kind of a little series for us where you guys can see working kind of more long term portfolio. If anyone's out there looking for some long term investment talk, we'll go over and kind of educate on how we can build a certain sector and attack that certain sector.
Right. I mean, I think the cannabis sector is interesting this morning. I don't know about long term, but the cannabis sector
Definitely,
looks
it
good, man. You know,
plays
we
out
got
in the cannabis sector for sure.
yeah, man. Look at TLRY. TLRY is looking pretty strong today. But I mean, at the same time, this one has dropped down from like 100, I think, 300. I remember last year, yeah, last September, this thing went up to 300, and now it's back down to 38. So I mean,
You
it
could
is
have
what it
found that
is.
bottom.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if anybody here probably remembers, but I used to talk about it, and I used to talk about how I thought the cannabis sector, specifically TLRY, was a little overhyped, especially when it was at 300. And those are one of those long term shorts that you wish you could take advantage of. Another one that, like, for me,
Definitely.
long term strategies I'm more interested in are like obsolete businesses. Like for instance, like Barnes and Noble or like GameStop. I wish I could have shorted GameStop a year ago. And it's like these companies that if you really think about it, that they're not going to last. Like Barnes and Noble, like physical bookstores, GameStop. Just stuff that is an obsolete business at this point, and it'll eventually. At this point, I think GameStop's too low to actually be able to short. But there's certain companies that you just know aren't gonna make it with technology improvement, and so that's kind of one of those things that I wish I could go back and pay more attention to some of those long-term shorts. At the same time, shorting long-term is a little bit more risky. You have to worry about margin calls. You have to worry about a bunch of stuff. You gotta basically, if you're gonna short anything long-term, you have to be willing to um, have the full amount of equity that you have for that short available. What's Weight Watchers WTW, right?
All right, we'll keep an eye on that TLRY. Tell you the truth, it's getting down to a nice point. If you look at it on kind of a long term, being supports like the weekly chart on it. Weekly chart, you see the supports right on it as it's hit down right before kind of that kind of really big breakout that it had.
Yep.
Of course, we have a low there of 2010 low. So a lot more kind of upside reward potential in this stock than the risk on the downside. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. I think overall, in general, you're starting to see a little bounce back in the cannabis sector. Doesn't mean that they're going to go long today, but definitely a bounce back. Bunch of them gapping up. Keep a watch on them. TLRY did report pretty decent first quarter results, so it could be a kind of a move for it to come back.
Yeah, I mean the ones that I'm seeing, like I'm seeing for cannabis plays, I think Cron and CGC kind of became a little bit more bullish. They look like you have these kind of all these competitions with cannabis companies. TLRY used to be the alpha, and now CGC is higher than TLRY. So I think CGC kind of passed it if you're looking at long term. But yeah, with cannabis, because I remember NBEV was one, APHA was one, and they were still moving. They're just not. APHA actually is let's see, not looking too shabby here either.
Yep, that's one that I'm actually looking at for a long term. I feel like that one's gotten hit enough on the daily chart. to really give you what a great risk and reward.
Yep.
Right now, I see it holding very well above $6. This gives you an ability to hold about $1 in risk, attack $3 potential gains in that stock.
Yep. Yeah, guys, and remember, go join our public Discord. Our goal is to create a free day trading chat. And so if you want to join our public Discord, be a part of it. You can also reach out to us anytime after the stream ends through this Discord. So if you want to check that out, there's the link in the chat. Yeah, go check it out. Like I said, our goal for this is everything we put out is free. We put out everything we put out is free, and so this is our attempt at making a free day trading chat room. So go join our public Discord. There's the link right there. All right, guys, we got less than 5 minutes here. Less than 5 minutes.
All right, I feel like we're gonna have a really nice bullish run here in the SPY overall. A weekly chart had a huge green candle on it. Great bounce back from that pullback that we had near 300s. I don't think this time we should get that high. I believe 294 is an area that we're going to be moving towards. 294 in the SPY on the weekly looks reasonable. And then we're going to see if we're either going to get some good economic data or something in the economic kind of pressures, especially with the uncertainties in the tariffs, to push us through those 294s and get us to the highs again, which are 294.95. It's definitely a time of uncertainty in the economy as gold has risen, oil prices coming down, the tensions are high.
For sure,
I
man.
really don't know how people have millions of dollars in this market right now. I would definitely be on edge if I had millions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of those things where, in order for me to want to invest in this market, I need the market to drop down some. You know, uh,
Oh,
even Warren Buffett's famous quote, "It's better to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful." You got Rockefeller's quote saying, "The best time to buy a stock is when blood is running in the streets."
get
And so,
ready, man.
right, man, that's what
Love,
if
love
I'm
will be
gonna
coming soon, man.
well, if I'm gonna enter the stock market, I need to wait for I'm gonna wait for a drop. You know, people are so scared of crashes, but a lot of people are jumping in and make
Yeah,
money
I
in
think
crashes.
I think a recession in our lifetime is definitely in the works,
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
whether it be this year or the next coming years. Um, we're definitely guaranteed that recession, and let's just hope we don't get another flash crash or something like that. That's really the thing that we don't want to see. But of course, as day traders, those are moments of opportunity and moments where we can capitalize, and why we don't hold so many stocks long term.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at history, like at least a minor crash happens every 10 to 15 years. And so if you think since 2008, that is what is that? That is 12 years ago. 11, 12 years ago. So we're due for one soon. I'm not saying there will be one. I'm just saying 1987, and then you had 1999, 2000 internet bubble, and then you had 2008. So like 9 years later from that, and then we're about 11 or 12 years away from that. So that's kind of the timeline of it.
You there's a lot of what we call asset bubbles building. Um, Asset bubbles in credit, asset bubbles in student loans,
Yep.
asset bubbles in people kind of building up cryptocurrencies. These are all bubbles. Bubbles don't necessarily mean bad things. Bubbles are kind of economic generators. These are kind of just price and demand pushing in one direction so much that a certain asset class or industry grows. Let's say cannabis for a second. You know, 10 years ago, no one would have imagined all these stocks at the price they are. Reason why? The asset was created and the bubble began.
All right, guys, we got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Let's do this.
All right, guys, going to be keeping an eye on some of the top movers at the Open: EMPH, LJPC, and for me, Levi's. I like the Levi's this morning.
What was the big mover that was tradable for us? LJPC? No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was that one. Yeah, yeah. So that one is tradable as well. So I'll watch that one. All right. So there's the bell here.
Quick night squash on LJ. Really quickly back up. EMPH washed out really quickly at the Open. I expected that washout. We just couldn't jump on it.
I'm looking at CGC. We got TLRY dropping.
LJ, huge drop. Huge drop at the Open.
Yeah, man, it went right down to that big support level at like 1175 or so.
All right, let's see if we get a bounce back in that one to the VWAP. I'll definitely take it. The EMPH, just an opening candle. It opened at 1678 and just immediately gap down, Phil. Just straight back down to 1650.
AMD kind of pulling up here. Might be a, if you look at patterns, it might be a moving average crossover. Getting pretty close to it. There's the crossover move.
Man, EMPH. Didn't give me a chance there.
Kind of faked people out for the crossover. Yeah, big thing is like I just don't want to translate some of my bad habits from the competition, and I do think I had some bad habits in there. Definitely over trading, definitely not being selective enough, and so that's the big thing. Now that the competition is done and I'm back to my live account, I have to just kind of take it slow here. I'm not trying to go crazy with my live account. LJPC getting close to that.
All right, so TLRY bounce off the support.
Sounds like Mitch's dog is upset over there. All right, guys. So AMD looking weak here. I mean, if AMD breaks under, really, if AMD breaks under this 50 level right here and this previous low of the day, I mean, it could get pretty weak. It's got a lot of a gap to fill, at least down to like 33 or so. Doesn't look terrible. Still gonna wait for my setup though. Nice, Pat. Nice work. We could also look at a view bounce potential on Cron here, CRON. Want to see a little bit more volume there. CGC looking bullish too. What about TLRY? I mean, I know TLRY's got a gap to fill for sure.
Yep.
What's the SPY doing? SPY's up to almost 290. All right, well, waiting for some fades and maybe some bounce plays on some of these cannabis stocks. For now, I'm just seeing really a little bit slow market.
I'm seeing everything green on my side, at least for the day.
Yeah, mostly I'm seeing the cannabis stocks up some as well. Thinking about shorting AMD up here at around like 68.70. It might be a little bit too late though. TLRY washing out. Yeah, maybe a little bit too late for AMD. Ideally, I'd like to short it right around these highs at like 65.70. And then I could use like this level here, like 79 or so as my risk, with the low of the day as my reward target. Would be about a 20-cent reward with a 10-cent risk or so. That's kind of what I'm looking at, but a little bit too late now. It's already at the bottom of the range for AMD. Yeah, there's the range break. Unfortunate I missed it, but there it goes. Looked good. Alright, now I can look at Cron here for a VWAP bounce if it gets down to 45 or so, but VWAP bounces, honestly, they haven't been working, extremely well or anything lately. I could use that as my risk, though. I do like that as my risk at around 40. So if I get in at like 45, 48, maybe 48, my risk is pretty tight. Big reward up to like 65 too. Unfortunate with AMD though. I mean, this was the move I was looking for, but barely missed it, but that's okay.
Nice rip out on APHA.
Yeah, there's AMD's ripped down. Like I said, if Cron can get down to like 46, I'll consider it. Maybe start scaling into it at like 50 or so, just in case it does bounce there. Alright, so I'm in with 200 shares, and like I said, if it gets down to like 46, I'll add another, 200 to it. Don't know if I'm actually going to get it though, but There's 48. Like I said, I like my risk here. It's 49s. 48. So I'll go ahead and add another 200 there. Oof, kind of a quick drop. See if we get a nice bounce here for Kron. Nice little VWAP bounce in there. Currently in with 400 shares, I think. Yeah, 400. Not bad. We'll see though. Very small range is what I'm noticing. I'm gonna sell half there just to be done with it and hold the last little 200 to really let it work. We'll see if we get that bounce back to the highs here. I mean, I like Kron here. I'm going to let the rest really work. See if we can get that nice move up to over that high of the day is what we're looking for. Quick pullback though. That's unfortunate. I can hold the rest for a small gain if it does pull back off. AMD for that fade looked good too. That's unfortunate. AMD looks good there too, man. Look at AMD for this potential fade. I'm just gonna hold it through for Kron, but let's see if we can get that rip over 60 for CRON. That's kind of what we're looking for. I mean, I'm only holding 200 shares left, but ideally I want to see it kind of keep pushing up here and break these highs. I think it definitely has the potential to. But at this point, I've taken profits enough to protect myself in it, so I'm just going to let this one work. Really thinking about AMD here. That's the only kind of bummer part, is that AMD, I really like that one with a risk of like 72 or so. Alright, right at 59. Let's see if we get that break here for Kron. Yeah, maybe it was the right move not to take a Kron there, or AMD there, but it looked good. And quick drop back down.
Got one miss today. LK. Beautiful VWAP fade. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost took AMD there.
Okay, would have been nice.
Yeah, that one did fade. Kron's sitting here battling, man. I'm trying to give it that time, but I'm in it for the VWAP bounce.
In it to win it, baby.
Trying to give it time, but man, I mean, I've taken profits enough to where I'm all right no matter what. It's a little trade. It's my first trade back in my live account, so it's a small one. But I'll let it work. No fear. Zoom, look at Zoom with the red to green move. That one actually looks really strong. There we go. For Kron, let's get that move back up. Yeah, I'm going to be bummed out about AMD, though. I mean, I'm trying to take it, but I don't want to be in 2 trades at once, and I'm just trying to let this one work. But Kron's looking weak. So is AMD, though. Beautiful fade. Went right up to my risk. Would have confirmed it at 71. There goes the fade. Okay, might pull back to the view up there. And Kron keeps testing the high of that range and then keeps washing out. So I think some people are starting to take profits around that 1560 level, or that 1660 level. And so I just got to watch this range here. There's the $50 battle again. Like I said, I've managed this one well enough to get out, at least break even if it turns against me. First day back in my live account, back to $20 gains or less.
This guy.
At least I can make fun of myself, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to. SPY looking really weak here, so yeah, I'm out of this thing. And look at that. Completely break even. Hey, if there's a way to do it, that's the way to do it. Look at the SPY wash there. The reason I got out very quickly there is because if you look at the SPY, look at that. Look how weak the SPY is getting right here. So completely break even trade. Actually, exactly break even. $0 on the day. This is when I'm up or down.
I wish I would have known AMD was fading.
Dude, I said it 5 times, man. I was like, hey, AMD's fading.
I was dealing with Mr.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I was talking about it a bunch because I was really I was really thinking about getting into it, but I was in Kron already, and like
Yeah.
it looked good, man. It went, and my risk would have been 71 too, like right here, and so it confirmed my risk. Unfortunate. But yeah, look at Kron. So that's why I get out of it. I noticed the spy washing, and look at Kron. There
Yeah.
it goes. It's back down to 40, so that's why I got out there.
A day full of misses for me. I'm just looking around, hands in my pocket, at least.
Yeah, Kron may bounce back up to that 50s level. I'll consider it if it does. Or not Kron, AMD might.
LJPC ripping up there through 12s.
Yeah, LJPC. Yeah, that one. It could pull a red to green. That's what it did to me Friday. And so that's one to watch too. RVLV bounce. Yep, I see that one too for RVLV. Doesn't look bad. I mean, it's just such a huge range for me though. Like I would have to set my risk at like 39.50, and so it would be like $1.30 risk, just a huge range.
All right, guys, got a little starter there. LJPC on the long side there on the pullback. I got 1194s being really quickly to hit it on the level twos.
All right, I got you up. I'll put you up
to 71 here. 71 is going to be our out. We're going to give ourselves a chance here to let this get back above 1220s, and we'll look for an ad, as this could go parabolic.
And I'm going to wait for AMD to pull back to 50s. If it could pull back to 50s, I could maintain that same risk at like 71 and then use a decent risk reward level.
There we go. We look like we're in a position of power now. Instead of rushing towards profit, let's give this a chance. There you go. Ripping through the 20s. Now we're up almost $100. All right, now we're going to look for a pullback in the 90s to add, or $12. There we go. Up $108. Let's see if this can get some real good lift. I think it was a great pullback buy, at least. Got a great entry here. Let me give myself a shot.
Yeah, for sure, man. Looks good. This is the move Tule always talks about, where it's like it's slowly creeping more towards a red to green move, and then when it does happen, you're in like a really good position when it does. So there it goes.
Exactly. Look, there
that
you
way,
go.
even if it gets rejected early.
Dollars here. Gonna look to sell a little bit here. Sell some at 50. Remember, our pullback buy is going to be in the 12s or 1190s.
Roku and Disney going through the floor. I don't know what's going on with them. Ooh, look at Roku's fade, man. Beautiful fade on Roku. Oh, that was perfect. It's unfortunate. I missed that one. But yeah, Roku looked good. And if we can get up to like 45s, 50s, I can start to add some, or I can start to slowly scale into AMD. That's what I'm watching now. If it can get up to like 45, 50, I can add to it, scale into it up to 53.
Probably should have taken some profit and looked to add, but it bounced so quickly from that 1240s. It really wasn't on the bid for much. I'm looking to actually get this ad towards VWAP.
Yeah, just be careful. This is the type of move that faked me out on Friday on LJPC. It like went right up to the high of the day, came right back down. It still eventually squeezed up though, and broke highs and kept running. Just be
Yeah,
careful. This
man.
one's kind of
You
tricky.
know how I trade, man. I got no worries. Low risk, high consequence.
Yeah.
I ain't even worried about it. If anything, this is opportunity. I'm ready to eat.
Well, good luck, man. It looks good. I mean, I think it'll.
All right. Semiconductor is holding. They pulled back to their supports, but look like they're holding now. I'd watch the SPY to get above the open. Let's see if it can get back above that. I'm looking to get my ad here in LJ. Got to give myself an opportunity here.
We got two mics in the chat. We got Mike and Mike.
Mike and Mike in the morning.
Yeah, man. Mike and Mike in the chat.
All right, guys. Look at that pullback. Let's see if I can get a nice little buy here. No fill there. I had an order out at 90. Still haven't gotten filled. I'm going to be patient. I want a better entry, not a worse one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate LK. The problem with it is that it's a recent IPO, and it may, especially stocks like this, it may kind of just squeeze up quick.
It's taking forever there. Cancel
I'm gonna,
down.
yeah, I might. I'm looking to get in AMD right here as it squeezes up, so I'll put
I
you right
like
back.
AMRN also.
I might have missed AMD here. I can slowly add a little bit here, like 100 shares, and then look to add some more as it moves back up to 50, slowly scaling into it. Really, I want to start adding my major position at 45, and then if it gets up to 50, I'll probably jump in some more.
Looks like I didn't get the ad there. Probably should have hit it at 12. Was trying to get a better entry than my average cost, not average into a losing position, especially since I was going to size up there, get up to 1,000 shares. So I'm all right with my decision.
Yeah, I like what Sid's saying in the chat. 1190 was that previous resistance. It probably act as support now, which looks good.
You got LK. LK is an
Yeah.
option for VWAP fades.
I'm in AMD a little bit early, but I'm in AMD at least with some shares, just
The LLY.
in
That
case it
one's
crashes early here.
without a doubt.
Might as well take half off here, I guess, for AMD. It just faded too quick. But this is why I scale in early, is because this happens, and I can kind of take some off here, and then add it back if it pulls back. Hey, appreciate the sub. Thanks for the sub. Sorry. There's 21s. Yeah, okay, doesn't look bad here. It's just, I don't know what kind of share size I would take with it. The range is big.
It's not that bad.
It's a little spready too, though. Right. No, for sure. I mean, that's kind of what I'm banking with AMD. That's why I kind of took the trade in the first place, is because I figured it may actually wash out before it gets to the VWAP. So I decided to take a small little position here and just have some fun with it. I only got 100 shares left, so I'm really just kind of playing around with it. I may, like I said, I may add to it as it bounces back. I've already taken most of it off already, though. Just gonna see if we get that low of the day crack for AMD.
I want to see some volume come into LJPC here. Not I might have to get out my position and look for a re-entry. So you're going to be now or never. You see, it's knocking it right back. Good sweep there. A couple thousand shares bought up. There you go.
Yeah, here I'll throw you up while I'm at AMD. I can still watch it with you up here. There you go.
All right, we want to see the next candle open up and go green. There we go. Nice little quick sweep. Now we don't want it underneath this 12. We want it to hold that 12 no matter what. 11.99s underneath that. VWAP, we have to get out. We're going to let this try to work. Get that big gain here. One that I'm watching also is AMRN. Might take a side trade on that.
Yeah, I took another 50 off of AMD. I'm up about $30 in it. Got me some cushion on the day. I may look to short LK now. I'm glad. I was also looking at a VWAP rejection. Yeah, I'm just gonna get off the rest here. So, $27 gain, small gain, but I'll take it. Not bad accuracy so far today. At least I haven't kind of transferred my bad habits from the competition over, which is something I was honestly really worried about here. But 2 trades so far.
Straight.
Huh? What?
It's another day in the market, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just glad, like I said, I think the competition. I just didn't want it to reinforce bad habits because when you go from trading a live account to a paper account, there's no fear. You have no fear, and so it's like I don't want that kind of crazy trading to translate over, but it has it so far. I've been pretty selective. And while we're waiting here, guys, yeah, I'm going to post this link here. So if you're interested in using the same broker and kind of platform that Mitch and I use, go check out TradeNet. If you go through my link, you can get the intro package, the base package, for only $3.99. And to put that into perspective, that comes with 14,000 in buying power. You get 14K in buying power. You can short anything that's tradable. Commissions are pretty cheap as well. There's no PDT rules, so you can day trade as much as you want. And I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you find a deal like that. And new traders really, most of the time, they don't get to short stocks because you have to have a margin account to short. And so with TradeNet, you could short anything that's tradable. And like I said, the intro account through my link is only $3.99. If you want to see a full, I think it has a huge benefit to new traders. New traders can pay a small amount of money and actually be able to day trade for cheap. And the platform's great as well. And like I said, I think it's much cheaper to go the TradeNet route than it is to kind of deposit thousands into a regular broker and then try to do that. I think it just makes a ton more sense to go with TradeNet, be able to short, trade with small size, get cheap commissions with that as well.
And so, I'm liking LK here.
And so if you want to see a walkthrough of TradeNet, I actually made a walkthrough page. If you want to see a full walkthrough of TradeNet, the pros and cons, and I really do break down the pros and cons of TradeNet. But if you're interested in checking that out, there's the link. You can go check out the walkthrough page.
All right, guys, took a starter there. Position LK. I'm in 2 positions here, guys. Got to keep an eye on LJPC. Don't want to pass my number. I'm going to hold break even on this. LK looking great for a VWAP fade. I took my shot.
Yeah, okay, looks good. I like the risk of like 1913. It's a really small risk.
That's exactly it, brother.
Yeah, man. Looks good right there.
That's exactly it. All right, guys, gonna have to get out right here. LJ keeps trying to test my entry. Let's give it this one more time and try to let it sweep these 12s. There you go. That's called the sweep right there. When you just kind of push up on an important level and you see a clean sweep of the volume that was on the level 2. Everything just gets bought up. All right, you got to be careful with the LK here. Don't want to pass this 1914. It's just touching my wrist there. Needs to fill there.
AMD's right back up there. I don't know whether I should take it now again or not. Maybe fading now.
All right, at least I have a well-defined risk in LK here, and also well-defined risk in LJPC.
Yep.
And I do admit, I should have taken some on that first move into the 40s, but it was quick. You got to be ready for it. All right, see that big sizing on LK 1912s. There's a 105 on the level 2. That's what I'm going to be paying attention to. If that just flows through, then we'll probably squeeze through our level and have to get out. If that just rejects from that level, we should get a nice down move. LJPC, see it is pushing down on these 90s. So we don't want to see it get back to that 1190s there. Really trying to see it get back above the 1220s. That's really going to show strength and that we can continue holding this stock. I'm trying to get a bigger range here in LJPC.
I think this is kind of the make or break it level with LK.
Yep.
Here we go. It's a little bit better, it seems.
Yep, that's 2 resistance now building up. If I wasn't in LJPC, I'd probably look for a bounce to 1913s, and I could take a Riad with the risk right above it. All right, got to be careful here with LJPC as the long should have broken out. We'll keep coming back down, back to the kind of the short pattern area. Want to keep holding VWAP, not really get below VWAP. I got to say, I did a great entry on LJPC. Just didn't attack the right reward target in the beginning of this trade. We would have been able to have $100 on this trade. We could have added down here, had the same position, but with $100 in our realize in our bank, and gave ourselves more than the shot needed to take this trade. All right, we're gonna get a push here. See if we get a clean flush for LK. That's a nice move to the 1906 there.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, I like LK a lot better now. It's just dependent. Like it's got a hold under the VWAP, but I still.
All right, guys, got out of that LJPC. Just got to get out, man. It's really a disappointing loss, especially since I was up $200 in this trade with only 500 shares. Definitely not managed the right way, but something that we can learn from.
Yep. If you don't win, you learn, brother. All right, here I got people with my.
That was a great buy, great pullback buy. Just horribly managed after I bought it. I had chances to add, and then I could have taken profit. I just didn't do any of the above. Bad trade there from you guys. Great. That's just a perfect example of a great entry, horrible execution on the reward side. Still think we're gonna get a push here. Might even get to 1915. Still gonna get that push. One more. We gotta get above that level. Get past this level. Below 19s, I might hit the ad and try to get this to come right back down to the 1870s. Here comes that final push. We need to get around. Hasn't been the worst day for me. Kind of slow. Really wasn't finding much. Had a great chance there to capture $200, but not really much out there today. Bunch of longs. Not really trading my style.
Sorry, I'm back, man. Sorry, I had to mute it. We have some contractors here going over to my mother-in-law's house today, man.
Cool. No stress. All right. Here. Giving myself my shot here. All right, a rejection from these levels here. Then move back down, and I'll hit the ad. If not, I'm going to get stopped out here in 1916. All right, good pullback there. NASDAQ showing 100 on the bid. Good move back down to 1905. Nice amount of sizing put in there. 2,400 shares, 1905.
Yeah, I mean it looks a lot better right here. If it breaks under 1910, I think it'll get really weak, and if it maintains under that level and holds it as resistance, I think it looks better.
There you go.
Looking much better. So getting that break under 19, having the VWAP area hold as resistance should be beneficial for it.
All right, guys. Hit my first ad there. I'll look to add a little bit more if it gets to 1910, and I'll be able to hold right above that 1910. Right. Let's see if we get a bounce of VWAP here. There's some ad. Nice. Nice instant reaction there.
Tell you, man, there.
3,500 shares covering there at 1885.
Quick flush.
1909. Looking to hit an ad there at 1909.
Man, that thing rebounded quick.
Let's see if we can get this to crack.
I think it's flushing out panickers right here though, and so I think it'll probably still fade. But look at that wick, man. Yeah, see, it's flushing out panickers right there.
No chance for the ad there.
Yeah, man, it's flushing out panickers right there. It's just trying to get people to panic, you know. I think that's all it's doing.
I'm just holding for a little bit, trying to get my ad. I'm trying to get it to flush down at least to the 84 level.
Yeah, it should be weak here. We should get some. I'm gonna mute it because I gotta help my wife get ready, but I'll be back. But yeah, it looks good. I mean, like I said, I think it's just kind of scaring away panickers, and so you should be all right in it. But I'll be back.
Hey, Funky Pants. Sorry, right now you're seeing my screen. John had to take a break for a second. Scanners will be back in a second. No ad there. Sid, I badly managed it. It was up $200 with 500 shares. It got all the way up to 540. I was up close to 50 cents there, but didn't close any shares. Was looking, a little bit of deer in the headlights, and should have taken some shares off at the 40s, and that would have given me an ability to add my shares right back in there and take a nice swing.
Hey guys, I gotta close the stream down a little bit early today. The contractors are here, so we gotta like get out of this house. I'm gonna have to pack up half of my stuff and move it to my mother-in-law's for the next 3 days. So we're gonna have to close it down right now. If it rejects you, it looks
Let
pretty
you guys
good.
know exactly how the trade goes.
Yeah, Mitch will update you guys. But yeah, I gotta go, guys. So I'll see you all a little bit later. Like I said, if you're interested in using the same broker and platform that Mitch and I use, go check out this link here. Um, it's a full breakdown of the broker we use, all the pros and cons. And like I said, the intro account, you can get it for $3.99. Comes with 14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. A lot of cool stuff that comes with it. So go check out that link. Go check out trade ideas. And yeah, guys, I'll be back. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll still be doing the streams, but going to be at my mother-in-law. So I got to close it down here. So good luck, guys. Have a good day.
Take care.